What's going on, everybody? It is your boy SK. I'm with my guy Rap Yogi. This is Purple and Skol'd Media, and we got a do or die game tomorrow night in front of national television. Green Bay Packers coming in town to US Bank Stadium. Let's kick it off, y'all.
Skull to the bowl. Whole lot of skull gang on this one. Yeah. Hey. Skull gang, skull gang, skull gang, skull gang, skull gang, skull gang, skull gang. Skull on the way to the bowl, man. My team about to go get a ring. We don't care what the team doing, man. They ain't messing with the perp gang. It's our year, time to get this ring. Bring it home back to the skull gang. Skull gang, skull gang, skull gang, skull gang, skull gang, skull gang, skull gang. Skull on the way to the bowl, man. My team about to go get a ring. We don't care what the team doing, man. They ain't messing with the perp gang. It's our year, time to get this ring. Bring it home back to the skull gang. My team go harder than yours. They do. Our fans go harder than theirs. Purple and go, we show our horns. 24/7 all year.
What is going on, y'all? It's been a minute. It's been a minute. How we feeling, y'all?
Shit, we feeling good, man. Feeling good, man. You know, excited about the game.
It's Jared Mahomes Hall time, right?
Finally, man. Finally, bro.
We've been asking for this, or you've been asking for this. I'm not gonna say me. I'm not gonna take credit for that. But Rap, you've been asking for this, and Yogi, you too, low key. You guys been asking for Jared Mahomes Hall since Kirk went down.
Facts. Yeah. I've been asking for him since week 1 before Kirk went down.
Let's stop it. Let's not get into that combo.
I've been wanting him out there, but nah, I'm excited though. I'm glad we finally get to see. Hopefully, you know, being he stays healthy and doesn't take any hits and nothing happens crazy. Hopefully, we get to see a full 4 quarters of Hall. That's exciting, man. You know what I mean? Like it gives us at least some entertainment, to say the least.
Yeah, I think we're in a win-win. What you think, Yogi?
Yeah, I think we're in a win-win. I mean, you know me. I'm team Jaden Daniels, so I just want to see what Jaren Hall is going to do for the last 2 games. I have a feeling we're going to keep your guy Kurt, and I'm talking other way. Your guy Kurt. Pointing at the wrong guy.
Yeah.
Kirk's coming back.
But
Kirk's coming back, unfortunately. Nah, we don't know that yet, though. You know, we'll see. See.
All signs are pointing towards Kirk coming back. If you were to put money on it, let's put everyone's bias aside. If we were to put money on it, if he returns or not, you put money on him coming back, and you put money on him leaving.
I put money on him leaving.
Wow.
I think like just financially, for one, he's not gonna take no pay cut. And then for 2, like if you bring him back and pay him market value, you're pretty much like, I mean, how are you building the rest of the team? You know what I'm saying? Like, see, so like my thing is this, all right. For the ones who aren't willing to give up draft capital to move up, like say you got to give up 2 first-round picks. Like, how are we not okay with that, but we're okay with giving Kirk Cousins $50 million a year? You know what I'm saying? Like, either way, you still in the same boat as far as not being able to build a team if that's how you take it, right? All right, you're giving up draft capital. You can't draft the guy the following year. But if you're giving Kirk Cousins all that money, it's the same shit. Like, you're kind of strapped. You know what I'm saying? So I think this year, to be honest with you, I think Kwesi they're going to pull the trigger, man. They're going to pull the trigger this year, SK. You're going to be sad, bro. But, hey, it is what it is.
I think they pull the trigger on a young quarterback either way, whether we re-sign Kirk or not. It's just there's a whole lot of conversation and context that's going to have to happen before that even comes. Because I know Minnesota brass, Kwesi, and everybody in the front office, they're thinking, hey, we may be able to get Kirk Cousins at a discount rate here and still be able to draft our guy of the future. But then Kirk on the other side may be thinking, look at this team without me. I got a bargaining chip here. I can go out there and I can get me another payday. So I think we spoke about this in detail before, and we're not
going to go get that payday.
Yeah, we're not going to go crazy on the Kirk Cousins talk because we're going to have plenty of time for that in the offseason. But it's really up to Kirk. Is Kirk going to look at it and say, you know what? I want to improve my legacy and I'm going to take that discount, or I just want to go get another payday. So
But
I
I
think it really depends on Kirk.
asked this question too, though, real quick. Like, I mean, look at us without Kirk. Are we that bad? Like, are we that bad? Like, we've been in these games. Like, if you want to be technical, these games that we've played, I've seen multiple games like this with Kirk. You know what I'm saying? Like, it damn there ain't no different. You know, other than making maybe a crucial mistake at the end of the game. You know what I'm saying? But shit, I mean, other than that, man, like these games don't look much different to me. Like, shit, we still winning 500 pretty much. So I don't know, man. I think it's time to move on, but that's just
Let's
me.
get some shout outs out. We got Skull for Life Barber 1975 in the building.
Let's go.
We got Roger in the building. What up, Roger? We got my guy Mike Sports Vibes in the building. We got Skol'd in the building.
Let's get it. T Bass in the building, man. Shout out my guy. I know T.
We go too evil to hope.
I know T Bass with Kirk back.
Mary.
Hello, Mary. Queen Vite.
Queen Mary.
Vite. Go ahead, Mary. It's your bad self, Mary. Go ahead.
Hell yeah.
Let's go. Where is Kirk going? Denver, Atlanta, New England. Only QB jobs open. You can go to either one. You know what I'm saying? Either one.
What, so
Shit,
you want Russell
pick,
Wilson?
You pick, Jeffrey. You pick.
You want Russell Wilson rap?
Hell no, I don't want Russell Wilson, man. Hell no.
Okay,
Russell Wilson could go to the other spot, and then that's
I'm Team Future. You heard?
Okay,
I'm
so
Team
we're kind of going off topic, but this question's got to be asked because we had this kind of convo multiple times before. Right now, you taking Russ or you taking Kirk Cousins?
I'm taking Kirk Cousins right now.
Okay,
I had
so
to pick
it's swaying.
between both
It's
of them.
swaying.
Yeah, like if I had to, and I was telling them, SK, you remember when I was dying on the hill of Russell Wilson.
Yeah, you
like,
were.
You know what I'm saying?
We're trying to.
I was. You know what I mean? I really was, and I told people that, like, 2 years ago, give me Russ all day. But now it's like, nah, I'm straight. You know what I mean? And part of it's because he's already been on. This is his second team now, and it's like, bro, I don't want nobody else's leftovers anymore. Like that's what we have to stop doing as Vikings, is stop going after quarterbacks that tread is already low. Like, go get you a new guy, man. Why we always got to settle for, somebody else's shit? Like, I don't like. That's what I don't like. You know what I mean? So.
Hey, I want to bring up this point that Jeffrey brought up. If we signed Joe Flacco, the Vikings would be leading the NFC.
Man, fuck Joe Flacco.
So,
Joe Flacco balling, but man, ain't nobody expect that.
Yeah.
He's balling right now.
Yeah. First of all, he's been on the Browns practice squad for a couple weeks. So if the Vikings wanted to grab him, they could have grabbed him.
He showed interest too in Minnesota.
Yeah. And I think the way KOC just calls plays, does whatever, doesn't adjust his playbook for the quarterback, we would be in the same situation. That's my personal opinion.
I don't think you guys give KOC enough credit.
No, I do.
I think he has his bad games, just like any coach does.
Yeah.
But it could be a whole lot worse.
No, I love KOC. I'm a KOC guy. I ride for KOC. I'm a KOC stan. I don't talk crazy about him like that.
When I was at the game on Sunday, sitting next to former Vikings players, and to hear them talk about KOC, I can't say the names.
Yeah,
was priceless. And let's just say,
good.
He's not really an alpha male, like, you know what I'm saying. But again, I think he's intelligent enough to build a good enough staff. Like, I think he understands the game good enough to know right from wrong. So that's why I still have faith in him. You know what I mean? I look at it like, if not KOC, then who? You know what I'm saying? Like, who was going to be the coach?
I'm also looking at, the first year. We can talk about how good the record was, but there wasn't too much, adversity for him to overcome.
Yeah.
It was everything kind of fell into place outside of obviously the playoff game where we lost to the Giants, but everything else kind of fell into place. We stayed fairly healthy. Kirk was playing good. JJ was obviously on his role. So nothing really I'm not going to say nothing challenged KOC, but there wasn't too much adversity, like I said, in that first season to where you really had to see KOC go out there and really coach them up. Like, okay,
Yeah.
it's on you now, KOC. This year's a little bit different to where, yes, these games are close again. I think 14 games have been one possession games for us this season, which is already a record. And it just seems like it's a every year thing for the Minnesota Vikings, just in close games. But he's really had to coach this season. He's really had to get in there and get in people's ears. And you can tell, you can see by the look on his face that it's exhausting. It's taking a toll on him. So I think not only for this team, because we do have such a young team, this is also a learning experience or a learning season for KOC as well. So next year is the prove it year for KOC. This year, I'm not going to take anything away from him because we have so many injuries. And yes, the play calling has been suspect, half the time. But for the most part, he's been able to hold this team together, banged up or not. And we're still in the playoff race. We could come down to the very last week of the season with the playoffs on the line. And that's without your leader in Kirk Cousins. That's without Justin Jefferson for damn near half the season. That's without Jordan Hicks, who was one of your big leaders on defense for almost half the season.
Right.
Who else? KJ not stepping up like we're expecting him to step up this year.
Bro.
And now DJ Hawkinson being out, if we're able to find our way in the playoffs, regardless of whether we're first round exits or not, you got to give KOC a little bit of credit there.
Preach, man. Listen, I want what I want the chat to do. Oh yeah, shout out to you in the building, man. This is what I want. This is what I want y'all to do in the chat. Name me name me 2, 3, 4, however many coaches you believe. Name me coaches that can take Josh Dobbs and score 30 points and win 2 games. That in itself is a motherfucking task, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, last 2 games we scored what? 27 points?
24.
Right? 24. We scored
24.
31 with Josh Dobbs against the Saints, right? That was 30. We scored like 31. I think the game after that, which I know he came in a little bit, but still he put up mainly 28, or was it 28? It was
just downhill.
Hey, I think a couple of those touchdowns were unscripted.
It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter though. What I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is this. Like the offense, yes, they've been a problem in the Denver game and the Bears game, right? The offense has been an issue in those 2 games in particular. Those are the games that really pop out. But for the most part, I used this last night. I said it's like KOC is like having when you don't got a flathead screwdriver and you got to pull out to go grab the butter knife to make it work. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of situation he's in, bro. Like because to be honest with you, now if Kirk was 100% healthy, then okay, this would be a whole different conversation. You got your guy that you like, you wanted to sign him back. This is your guy. Okay, we'll make it work. Let's see what's going on. But for him to have to use Josh Dobbs, Nick Mullins, and now he has to throw a rookie in there, bro. I don't think there's many coaches in the NFL right now that want to go through that type of adversity, bro. Like that's a tough spot to be in, on top of all the other injuries that SK mentioned too.
Yeah, not to mention too, we haven't had a run game all year.
That too.
Yeah.
So now he's putting together game plans with no running game, and now we're on our 3rd, 4th quarterback, and we're still putting together decent passing. I mean, Mullins just passed for 300 plus yards in 2 games straight. Now, if we want to talk about the downfall of this team this year, some people don't like the play calling. The downfall of this team this year is turnovers.
Yeah.
You can put some of that on the coaching. You can put some of that on KOC, maybe not addressing that enough, maybe, but that lays on the players. You can't necessarily, if we take away half of the turnovers we had this year, we're a double-digit winning team. We're probably a 12-13 win team right now, and we're talking about Super Bowl contenders. So just like last year, we didn't turn the ball over. Everything fell into place for us. We were a 14-3 team. Yeah. So, or was it 13?
I mean, the truth is this: it's okay for the ones who want to criticize KOC. I get it, right? I get it. It's okay. That's what a head coach is for. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I watch, like I tell y'all all the time, I watch all 32 teams content creators, and I'm always tapping into them and seeing what they're talking. Everybody hates their head coach when they lose. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just our community. Like, everybody does. You have to blame somebody. And most of the time, it's going to be the quarterback or the damn head coach. That's just what it is. That's just the nature of this beast. And I get it. But I also look at it like, bro, this is his 2nd year, man. You know what I mean? Like, yes, there's things he does that I cannot stand too when it comes to the being too nice, not putting the best football players on the field. Like those things, yes, he has to do better. But again, I go back to his interview with Paul Allen, where he actually brought it to the forefront and mentioned it in that interview and said, listen, I know there's things I got to do. Like, so when I see things like that, all right, I respect that. Okay, at least you know what I'm saying? Like, I think he actually pays attention to what we have to say, not us in particular, but just the fans in general. Like, I believe like this coaching staff and this front office, I think they actually pay attention to the social media and they pay attention to what the fans are saying and they checking the vibes, they checking the temperature, and they know what we be complaining about and they be trying to make it right. So that's one thing I respect. You know what I mean? Instead of just saying F y'all, I don't care. We running it how we running it. You know what I'm saying? Like the last regime, at least they tap in with us, man. So that's what's up. For
Hey,
sure.
Rap, let's get our guy J98 a Ric Flair.
Oh, Jay, let's go, man. Let's get it, man. Let's go. Shout out my guy, J98, man. Appreciate you, brother. But yeah, man, let's get into this damn Packers bullshit, man.
Hey, one thing we got to address for you in that is this is kind of related to the Packers game. Is this Harrison Smith's last game in US Bank Stadium as a Viking?
Yeah, it should be. It should be.
Ooh. Yogi, what you think?
I believe so.
Think so? Damn.
He's got a $19 million cap hit next year?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to free that up to bring Kirk back. We got to free that up, bring Kirk back. You know what I'm saying? Can't have Smith and Kirk.
Or Danielle Hunter.
Let that sink in, though. I think that one will hurt the most out of all the guys that we've kind of let go, towards the end of their career. Yes, Thielen kind of has the hometown vibes and the love and all that, but he kind of felt like he was on his way out. Harrison Smith is a Minnesota Viking through and through. So I think this one would hurt more to let go than any of the other guys. Like, Rudolph was tough, but not like what Harrison Smith's going to be.
I mean, if you, I guess I can agree if you're talking about like the person. If you're talking about like the position, like the position of safety that he plays, it's easy to replace. You know what I'm saying? Like, realistically, it's kind of easy to replace. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially the shit he given us this year. Like, he's still making an impact, but I don't think. Hopefully Lewis Cine
Carolina game.
Yeah, he did. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully Lewis Cine can step in there. I know we wanting to see our first round draft pick, man. That's neither here nor there, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, shout out Kwesi for that pick.
I don't want to hear Lewis Cine's name.
Shout out. So I was thinking about it the other day.
You're gonna be hearing it on Sunday.
I was thinking about it the other day though with Lewis Cine. I was thinking about maybe it's, and I know T-Bass, he can't stand Lewis Cine. You know what I mean? Like he just thinks it's a waste.
I'm there with him. That's where I'm at with
but Lewis part of me believes that maybe he just isn't fully healed more than can he actually play the game. You know what I mean? Because it's hard to believe that he can't play the game. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. He was pretty decent in college and he's a missile. And he seems smart. Like for him to not be able to grasp the playbook and shit, that's just hard to believe. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe his injury hasn't fully healed and it's still bothering him, and that's behind the scenes, and they just letting it heal.
So what I saw from him in college, he was just like a rover, was able to just go make plays.
Yeah,
just go make plays. It was you're just the extra guy on the field, make a play, a play.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's got that playbook, and
could be. I think the Vikings are sitting him back real quick, SK. I think the Vikings are just holding him close to the vest, and they know that, like we talked about, Harrison Smith, this is going to be, his last couple of games with the Minnesota Vikings, and then next year it's just going to be Lewis Cine's job. Like I think that he used this year to really study, let his leg heal an extra year. It actually is a good plan because you're not in need of him this season either. So it's not like you're really losing out because you have Harrison Smith, you have Cam Bynum playing at a high level, you have Josh Metellus. So yeah, as fans, we want to see our first round draft pick, but he's still young as hell. And, you know, he can heal his legs some more. He can learn the playbook, watch these guys play, be in the system an extra year without having to go out there and risk injury. And then next season, you know, having the whole offseason and shit, hey, it's time to go now. You know what I mean? Now it's time to go. Let's go. Harrison gone. You're going to step right in. Let's get it. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I
All
don't.
right.
You got to look who's in front of him.
Who?
You can't let Cam Bynum
Who's in
go.
front of him?
Cam Bynum and Josh
no.
Metellus.
Cam Bynum's still going to be playing. Lewis Ceen's going to replace Smith.
Nah, not gonna happen. Metellus.
Okay.
Metellus. Everything that you described, Yogi, of okay, he was just a guy that goes out there, he makes plays. He's just everywhere. That's Josh Metellus. That's exactly what Josh Metellus is doing for this defense right now. So, like, you asked me, you want Lewis Ceen? We got Lewis Ceen at home. We don't need Lewis Ceen, in my opinion. And that's why the draft pick was so, like, just kind of mind-boggling to me. Like, why are we drafting a safety? Now,
but
granted,
we're playing 3 safeties though, SK. So like once Harrison leaves, you still need 3 safeties out there.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
If you're playing the big
I'd rather
nickel.
see Jay Ward out there.
Jay Ward, okay.
I've seen more out of Jay Ward on the
defensive
side of the ball than I've seen out of Lewis Ceen.
Yeah.
That should tell you all you need to know right there.
That is true. That he went and got another safety after drafting one in the first round. You got a point there.
I'm just saying. And he's one of those guys. Every time I see him on the field, he's making a hit. He's making a big hit. That's what Lewis Ceen's supposed to do. He's supposed to be the big hitting guy. So everything that everybody describes Lewis Ceen as, oh, he's this type of player. He's aggressive. He's all over the field. He's this and that. We already have 2 or 3 guys that already do that.
Yeah.
and have proven they could do it at this level. Lewis Ceen hasn't done that yet. I've seen him on special teams, and he hasn't even been impressive on special teams. I've seen him play on defense in preseason. He wasn't impressive in preseason playing defense.
Man,
so,
y'all leave Ceen alone, man.
Nothing.
Y'all leave that boy alone, man. That boy trying to do his best.
has shown me that Lewis Ceen can play at this level. On the defensive side of the ball. He's just a special teamer to me. He's just a special teamer.
Facts. I agree. I look. Hey, look, T-Bass, man. You know, I'm trying to be positive here. All right. Do you want me to get on my bullshit? Like, I mean, I'm trying to not get on my bullshit before the game tomorrow. But if you want me to get there, we can go there. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying not to get there. You know, I'm trying to be positive, man. Purple positivity for these next 2 games. Because I'm gonna tell you right now. If we lose tomorrow night, I'm gonna be ranting on this motherfucker. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna be mad because I want to win. You know, so although it's like I'm caught in between. It's like if we lose, okay, the draft position's better, but if we win, you know what I mean? It's like, all right, we still got a shot. It's like we're in between a rock and a damn hard place right now. You hear me? For sure. Like always, just Vikings football. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
But it's win-win though. So if you go out there and you win the game, chances are Jaren Hall is going to look good if you win this game. I don't think there's a way that you win this game and Jaren Hall has one of those terrible Josh Dobbs games. I don't see it. Was that a laugh or you just coughing, Yogi?
Laughing and coughing.
So, I mean, the run game got to show up. Period.
The run game's got to show up. I'm not sure if Madison is 100% yet. And Ty Chandler, Ty Chandler is showing us some real big flashes, but he's also showing us times where he doesn't look crazy impressive. So we need to see a little more consistency out of Ty Chandler. I do like the idea of having Ty Chandler being the lead back and having Madison be kind of the spell back and come in. The problem was last week, we just didn't run the ball. This is where I had the problem with KOC. And I get it. We slung the ball all over the place last week and we just came up short. But I would have liked us to develop some sort of run game last week. And I don't even think we tried. We
only ran the ball 11 times.
Like,
we only ran the ball 11 times.
It was just like chuck the ball downfield and let's go. And I'm not mad at it because it was kind of fun to watch. And we kind of know what this team is. And we know we're not going anywhere this year. We're not winning the Super Bowl. We're not going to NFC Championship. So I think we're all at the point of just give us some excitement. Give us a close game, which every Vikings game is. Right. And if we win, we're prime position to make the playoffs. If we lose, we're in position to get a top 10 pick. We are in a win-win position here. So I'm not mad at it. I'm kind of excited for these last 2 games.
Yeah.
So
And beat
that
the
ties
fuck out
into
of the Packers.
James Bowman's question. What are your expectations for Hall in the game?
My expectations, man. Listen, my expectations are super high. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm putting them. I'm setting my expectations high as hell. I'm ready to be disappointed too. I don't give a damn, but I'm setting them. I'm setting them high. Like I'm shooting for the stars, y'all. You know what I mean? Like I'm shooting for the
Yeah.
stars. You hear me? And if we miss, we gonna land on the moon. God damn it, or something. Or however the saying go. You know, but. You know, I expect them to have a regular type game, though. Honestly, like in reality, a regular game, 250, maybe 2 touchdowns, maybe an interception in there. But as long as they do play action and don't try to make him do anything crazy in the run game. But Lemmy got a point though. He's definitely gonna miss TJ Hawkinson. But you know, I ain't gonna sleep on Josh Oliver and Munt, man. I think Johnny Munt and Josh Oliver together. I mean, obviously none of them are TJ Hawkinson, but I think when it comes to tight ends, man, there's a lot of tight ends that are you know fly below the radar, and you just don't know about them because they just haven't had as many opportunities. You know, I feel like there's a lot of tight ends that are really good in this league that are second, third string. They just don't get as many passes thrown to them. But if you throw them the ball at high volume, you'll be like, God damn, like this motherfucker just as good as damn TJ Hawkinson. You know what I mean? So it's just about how many times you get him to rock. So we'll see, man. I think he's gonna do okay, man. I got faith in the boy. I've been wanting the boy to be out there, so I'm happy. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
we
mean,
got Dave Thibodeau in the building. What up,
Shout
Dave?
out
going
Thibodeau.
up against a defense with neither of their starting corners, Jair Alexander being the
Or
dummy
Stokes.
that he is,
Yep.
getting suspended by the Packers for going out for the coin toss in his hometown when he
Idiot.
wasn't allowed to. Eric Stokes is now out for the game. That was the opposite side, their other corner. He's out, and I think their safety Savage is questionable or doubtful for the game as well. So their secondary, if there was, I think this is like was the final kind of, okay, this is the perfect time to start Hall. If there was any question between Hall and Mullins, they looked at the opponent, they said, all right, the Packers are banged up on the back end. I'm not sure if it was before or after the Jair Alexander suspension came out or not, but they probably saw and said, look, this is the perfect time to start Hall. It's at home. It's against a banged up secondary, one of the worst defenses in the league. Let's give him a chance. If we lose, we lose. If we win, more than likely he's gonna look good. So no, I think he's gonna have a pretty good game. I would like to see him be mobile like he was in that Atlanta game, but just learn how to slide or not just stick your head in there and get blown the hell out.
He will
So I think he learned. I hope he learned from that situation and learned how to slide and get away from those tackles like that. But what we saw against Atlanta for that, 2 possessions? The first possession, I think, was a 3 and out or 5 plays, and we ended up punting. And the second drive drove downfield to the 1 yard line, which is great. I want to see what we saw in that second drive. Play action, get him rolling out, let him take shots down the field. He threw a great pass to Alexander Madison down the sidelines that got us into the red zone against Atlanta. I want to see more of that. And I've said this probably 10, 15 times this year. KLC, just put your nuts on the table, man. You have nothing to lose in this game. I do not want to see a 12-10 game, win or lose. I don't want to see it. You're on national television. It's Sunday Night Football. It's New Year's Eve. It's against your hated rival, Green Bay Packers. You do not go out there and put up another stink-ass performance like you did against the Chicago Bears and losing 12-10. You cannot allow that to happen. And if that means you just got to sling the rock around all game, and if
balls to the wall,
so be it. Balls to the wall. You
balls
have nothing to lose here. Put your nuts on the table, KLC. Sling that bitch around. Let Hall do his thing. If he sucks, he sucks.
Yeah, balls to the hall wall. You know what I'm saying? Go in the hallway and throw your balls on the wall, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to make it happen. Listen. Hey, real quick, man. We talking about Booth. I'm gonna tell y'all, man. This is something that I told y'all in the preseason, man. I'm gonna tell y'all who the second best cornerback on this team is. And y'all gonna trip out, but I'm gonna tell y'all, trust your boy. All right, just trust your boy. I got you. I ain't gonna let y'all down. Jalen Williams, you hear me? Like undrafted free agent. I'm gonna tell you right now, that boy different. Now listen, he allowed a play. He had a penalty. He had a penalty against that game
It was
that
a
cost
bad
us.
penalty, though.
It was a bad penalty. It was, you know what I mean? But at the end
It
of the
wasn't
day,
his fault.
the man was on the practice squad. They throw him in there because I think they realizing now, like, this dude's a savage. You know what I mean? Like, I've been saying he was a savage when we got him. And it's crazy that these undrafted free agents are becoming the best players on our damn team, low key. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not on our team, but like as far as this year, UDFAs are like the ones that are really making the splashes when you think about your boy Pace. I mean, he's obviously the front runner of that. But Jalen Williams, man, keep an eye out for him, man. 38 special. He's the new 38 special. And I hope they give him more opportunities because I think he's miles ahead of Booth. I think he's even better than Mekhi Blackman. And I'm ready to see him play, man, for sure. I'm telling you.
I'm liking what I'm seeing out of Mekhi Blackman a lot.
I'm liking certain things out of Mekhi. Like
What up, Dave from First and Skull?
He be making crucial mistakes, bro. Like Mekhi be, you know, he's very soft when it comes to knocking balls down and stuff, knocking balls out. Like he's very soft. You hear me? Like that's the only thing I don't like about Mekhi. He's very soft, man. He needs to get his weight up or something, or just be more aggressive.
He had that dumb play against Cincinnati that pretty much cost us the game when he thought it was
Denver
over.
game cost us 2 games. Denver game. Don't forget about the Denver game he cost us. You know what I'm saying? Or was that the Seahawks game? Or did we play the No, it was Denver. Yeah.
No, you're getting the mix up with Cam Dantzler. Let's stop.
Yeah, no, Sutton. Yeah, you know, Sutton dunked on his ass. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, come on.
No, I don't think that was on Blackman, was it? Was that on Blackman?
That was Blackman. Yeah, that was Blackman there. And he was guarding Cortland Sutton, and Cortland Sutton dunked on him. You know what I'm saying? Blackman is rated at the Vikings CB, the best Vikings CB according to PFF. Yeah, he is. You know what I mean? But that's because that, you know, we don't really have good cornerbacks right now. Like, I mean, Murphy, he's a veteran. He's doing his thing, but, you know, like he ain't really making that many splashes as I thought he would. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was going to dumb out for us, but not really.
It's definitely
we got D Will in the building. Hey, I'm playing D Will in the championship game in fantasy football. If
for real?
chance you win, you got to contact me so I can send you a prize.
Oh shit!
Spank him, D Will. Spank him.
Yes.
Hey, he's up 61-34 right now.
I ain't gonna lie, boy. Dallas looking. They just got an interception too. They balling, boy. And look, I could have seen this one coming. Shit finna get ugly for the Lions real quick, boy. I told you, man. Field goals ain't gonna beat Dallas at home now. Them boy be putting up 40 balls at the crib. Like for real, they gonna definitely blow them out if they don't tighten up. But yeah, man. I mean, who we worried about on Green Bay though? Like, you got anybody you concerned about that we got to slow down? SK, like I
might laugh at me for this one.
Ooh,
Jordan Love.
Jordan Love.
Like, I mean, I hate to say it. I'm not gonna say he's the next great Packers quarterback by any means, but he has the capability of cutting defenses up. I saw him do it a few times this year. So, and I wouldn't be surprised if he did it to the Vikings defense, because we kind of know that our defense is good, but at the same time, we have these just games or hiccups where, oh man, like, what are we doing? Like, this isn't the same, you know, defense, or there's halves or there's quarters where we just don't look the same. We aren't blitzing the same amount. So I think Jordan Love is the Packers' biggest threat to the Minnesota Vikings. Jordan Love has to ball out for the Packers to win that game.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think Jordan Love, I mean, obviously he could have a pretty decent game. I mean, Jake Browning, you know, the list goes fucking on and on for the past couple of weeks. I mean, even with a low scoring game like the Bears, I feel like Justin Fields had a decent game. So yeah, I could see Jordan Love having a decent game for sure. I think we gotta make sure we stop that run. You know what I mean? Like, I think we gotta make sure, because they got Aaron Jones back, and that boy, he damn sure on a mission, man. Last game against the Panthers, man, he was looking like the retro Aaron Jones. But I was like, oh shit. You know what I mean? Like, we've had as Viking fans, you know, we've dealt with that dude, man. You know what I mean? And when he on, it ain't fun. I'm gonna tell you that.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Harrison Phillips actually played last week. He was questionably, so he played, so he should be good this week. That's kind of the guy we depend on a lot for that run stopping, which Hey, look, that was one of my main concerns going into this season, and our run defense has been good this year. Outside of that Philadelphia game, which we tried to do some weird, lightweight defense, and they just ran it down our throat. Outside of that game, our run defense has been really good, and that's, I think, key to Harrison Phillips right there in the middle. So if he's playing in this game, I'm confident we could lock that down.
Yeah.
No Woonham though. No DJ
no
Woonham.
Woonham's out. But I
Jones
it
been
was
looking
funny.
good.
Yeah, like at the beginning of the season, like that was a good comparison video of Woonham and Jones. I think those two guys, like the talent level, like one of them does a little something better than the other, and vice versa. They both have their set of skills that they do better than the other, and I don't think the talent is gonna drop off that much. You know what I mean? Like I don't think it's not like losing Hunter and having to go with Patrick Jones. It's like you're still losing pretty much two, guys that are kind of puzzle pieces to the whole thing. And it's like I don't think we're gonna miss it that much, man. Because Jones, he's a dog too, man. He's relentless, just like Wanham. So
I mean,
I think
we
we'll
wouldn't
be
have a problem at all if that loser Davenport would actually play football.
Facts. Yeah, that's a fact. He robbed us, man. Robbed us blind, bruh. Like straight up, man. Robbed us blind, man. For how many? 14 million?
13 mil.
13
what
million.
He playing 4 games?
How many?
13 million.
4 games?
Like
13 mil.
I seen somebody say
1.5.
Yeah, so, it was only like 1.5 games. Somebody said that
He played like
hopefully Kwesi put something in the contract where he had to play at least a certain amount of games or something like that.
I don't think so. I think
I don't think he did, but that would have been good though to do that in his contract. Being that he was coming off that type of injury, Kwesi would have been a dog if he did something like that. But I don't think that happened.
Do some Russell Wilson Bronco shit.
Yeah, Russell Wilson Bronco shit. They ass been to cut his ass in it. Damn. They like, nah, we want us a quarterback in the draft. Shit, we finna trade up. You know what I mean? I don't Russell he'll find a job though. Somebody will definitely sign his ass.
Oh no, Where?
Somebody will sign him.
That's the question.
You'll have some desperate motherfuckers. They'll
hopefully not us. Let's beg it to God it's not us.
Please don't be like, man, and please don't. That shit is going to ruin me as a Vikings fan, man, if we get Russell Wilson, man.
I would rather give Kirk Cousins $50 million than give Russell Wilson $30 million to come play for the Vikings. I will pay extra $20 million to keep Kirk on this team over Russell Wilson, please.
Yeah, I'll keep Kirk, man, over Wilson.
Kirk,
and because it was almost like when Lamar Jackson was available, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, shit, man, you gotta pick up that phone, bro. Like straight up. You gotta call a guy like that, you know what I mean? And look, he's about to win MVP, most likely. You know what I'm saying? But like a lot of us fans were, he's too expensive and we can't pay him $50 million. If you can't pay a motherfucker like him $50 million, then I don't know who you can pay. Because that boy is a game changer, man. Like,
he definitely,
you know what I'm saying? Like, he's a game changer, man. Everybody want to talk about, the injuries, man. Look, everybody get injured here and there, man. It just is what it is, you know what I mean? But when he's available, your team has a good chance. And I would have loved to see, man, could you imagine Lamar Jackson, bro, with Justin Jefferson and shit, man? Listen, bro.
Hey, Al Smith. That might happen this year, sir.
What is that?
Three teams. Oh, no, never mind. I'm tripping. Never mind. Because Packers were in it for a little bit. They're not anymore. Never mind. You might be right, though. Next year, I could see that.
Lions, the Packers Vikings, are still in it. They're still in the race with us, though.
Yeah, Packers have to win out.
Yeah, they got to do exactly what we got to do.
One or the other. It's going to be one of us. Whoever wins this game between us is more than likely going to the playoffs.
Yeah, because the thing is this, I was thinking about it earlier. Like if we win out, let's say we win out, but if Seattle wins out and the Rams win out, it doesn't matter, right? So our problem is we need 2 teams to lose. You know what I mean? We need the Seahawks to lose and the Rams. We need them to leave. We need to win out and they need to lose. Like that's
we need Seattle to lose one. or the
Right.
Rams to lose one. Either or,
Right.
we have
We
to
need
win out.
either or, and we need to win out. You know what I mean? To get up in there, slide up in there. Which is okay. You know what I mean? I'm okay with that. But again, man, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to beat the Lions again if they lose this. Or see, that's why I'm going for Dallas because I feel like if Dallas, I told Yogi I'd rather see Detroit win only because I like seeing Dallas fans mad. But again, if Dallas wins this game, it might put Detroit at bay where they just accept their fate and just say, okay, we're not gonna risk playing our starters week 18 against the Vikings because we already have our seed locked in. Like we can't move up, we can't move down. Let's just go
Yeah.
ahead and put our second string out there. And then maybe it could be an easy win for us. Now, no win's easy for the Vikings. I could see we could still get blown the fuck out by their second string because that's just Vikings football. You know what I'm saying? But
I
you know,
agree.
hey, I'd rather it be like that. We'll
You
see.
know, if Detroit loses, they're locked into the 3 seed.
Okay, yeah.
If
So
they
yeah,
lose, so we almost want Detroit to lose because they may say, okay, we only play the starters for the first half. But knowing Dan Campbell and the Lions, I don't think they'll do that. I think they'll see an opportunity to boot us out of the playoff race, and they'll try and take advantage of that. Whether they win or lose is another thing, but I think they'll try and take advantage of that, saying, look, we got a divisional rival. If they win, they're in the playoffs. We don't want to
mess
see this
around and
team
Jared
again.
Goff get hurt. Okay. If they go
Hey,
in there with that mindset, like karma gonna bite their ass. They better not. I'm gonna tell you that right
yeah,
now. They better not. Because something bad gonna happen if they go in there with that mindset. If I was them, I would say, hey, we're already the third seed. Let's just go ahead and rest. You feel me? Let's
yeah.
rest. But yeah, you're right though. Dan Campbell does kind of give me those vibes though. He want to be a dick. Like, you
He's
know?
not gonna lay his guys down the last game. I don't see it. I don't see him doing that. I just unless they have like some sort of injury or they have like maybe some guys banged up, then
Yeah.
they'll take the safe route. But overall, if their guys are majority healthy, then they're gonna say, you know what, let's get out there and let's beat these guys. It's
And
not
the
gonna be
crazy thing is too, vice versa. If they win, though, we're in trouble because they're definitely going to play because you know they have a chance to actually. I think they're still in the fight to be a 1 seed if they actually win. You know what I mean? I think they can actually move up.
yeah,
They only
they
have
do.
4 losses. If San Fran was the drop one and they win their next 2, it's a wrap. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they'll be the 1 seed. So shit, they still in the battle to maybe be the NFC 1 seed and get a home bye, get a playoff bye week. So that's why I want they ass to lose low key.
Well, yeah, no,
And
look
it's
at it
only
this way.
7-3 right now.
Yeah, it's only 7-3. Say they win.
Nephew in the building. What
Yeah,
up,
say they
nephew?
win tonight. Then they have an opportunity to beat us next week and get the 1 seed. If they lose, though, then we would have an opportunity to play Detroit in back-to-back weeks.
Well, they just
Back-to-back
ran a fake punt on their 20-yard line and converted, bro. Threw that thing down.
Lions.
Yeah.
Of course they did.
They risky, boy. I love that type of coach. You know, see, that's aggressive shit. And we got to give KOC some props. We've done that before. You know what I mean? We've done that at the beginning of the season with Todd Chandler, the fake punt shit, like being backed up into our own territory. But Dan Campbell, he a risk taker, boy. You know what I mean? Sometimes it'll bite you though. You feel me? So that's the thing. Like if KOC was to do it too much and we weren't converting, motherfuckers would be mad at that. You know what I mean? So it's a double-edged sword in a way. You know, it's like as long as we're converting them, everybody's fine. But the moment he's aggressive and we don't convert him, then everybody gonna be like, yo, his ass should have punt. He should have been more conservative. You know, it's just part of the fan base. I'm guilty of it, man. You know what I mean? We just ride the roller coaster, man. You know what I mean? Like, we're gonna find something to trip about. I'm gonna tell you right now. I know I am. I'm gonna find something to trip about. You know,
Two
it's
Evil the
Kirk
Hope had a
Cousins.
question, and I'll kind of reference it to all of it. He says, all right, I mean, he said it to me. Does SK honestly think this team is playoff quality?
Ooh,
Do you think the Seattle Seahawks are playoff quality? Are the Atlanta Falcons playoff quality? Are the New Orleans Saints playoff quality? Because those are all the teams that we're fighting for this playoff shot. Somebody's got to get in.
Right.
Somebody's got to get in. Now, I'll say Seattle may be a little bit more credible than we are because they're more healthy than we are. Not having a TJ Hawkinson, not having your quarterback. Who else are we missing? Brian O'Neill is still out, isn't he?
So the answer is pretty much no. We're not playoff quality like that.
but and I'm gonna stick to this same just thought or thinking way of thinking. All you need is a ticket to the dance. I'm not saying we're gonna win nothing. Just get a
Yeah.
ticket to the dance, and you never know what will happen. I just want to take it to the
Yeah.
dance.
If
That's it.
anything, it'll build morale too of the roster in the locker room. Just saying, hey, we made it to the playoffs 2 years in a row. Like, when's the last
Yeah.
time the Vikings made it 2 years in a row? You know what I mean? So that's something to think about. I guess the only thing I don't like is right now we were in the driver's seat at the 6th seed and we could have just handled our business, but now we actually need help. And you know, I don't like when you get into the playoffs based off of somebody else's dysfunction. Like, I rather just, hey, you're just a good football team, or at least the 7th best team in the NFC. Shit, handle your business and get up in there. And once we hit that 6th seed, because a lot of these last 2 games, we were in position to win them. Like, if we could have found a way to pull these off, man, just think about it. We would be all the way in the drive. We probably would have locked it up already, I think, maybe. You know, if we would have won those 2 games, you know what I mean? So it's just one of those things, man. Yeah, I want to go to the playoffs, though. So I'm with SK. I want to go to the playoffs. I ain't gonna lie, because I want to just I want to root for the Vikings one more week. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, if anything, it's gonna be entertainment. So damn, I want to go, because at this point, whether we win or lose, we're gonna be stuck in the middle in the draft. We're gonna be, well, I don't know. Yogi, did you say, is there a possibility we can get the 5th pick? I mean, a lot of things have to happen.
Yeah, it has to fall perfect for us to get the 5th pick. It has to
Okay.
fall absolutely perfect.
Yeah, like a ton of things have to happen, but still,
highly,
even
highly
let's just say we
unlikely.
lose these next 2. I think we can at least get to the 9th pick, right?
I think it's 9th or 10th.
Yeah, so that's
But
not
Maybe
bad
we
either,
could
though.
be in the running for Jaden Dan.
Going
Let's
back to
go.
Two Evil the Hope's last comment, he said, it doesn't work that way in the NFL. Two Evil the Hope. It does, though. It's shown in the past. It happens. Nick
Yeah.
Foles with the Eagles. Now, granted, we don't have the
But
roster that the
but
Eagles
hold on,
had
though.
that
Hold
year.
on real quick. Before you go on your little rant about that, now the Eagles were actually like, they won like 13 games that season. They were actually
No,
really
they
good.
were the 1 seed. But
I think you can more compare like the Giants, because I did this last night. Like the Giants, they had a 9-7 season, and the Packers also won the Super Bowl. When they won their Super Bowl that year, they were a wild card team as well.
Yeah, now granted, it's a far more long shot for this Vikings team than it was for those teams, because they were obviously more healthy. But
Yeah.
again, you never know in the NFL. Nobody had Joe Flacco coming back to the NFL and balling out for the Cleveland Browns. Like, Cleveland is a legitimate contender in the AFC now with how good Joe Flacco is playing right now. I don't think anybody can argue that. With how bad KC's looking, with the Buffalo Bills, yes, they're a wild card. They're looking a little better. They're still a wild card team right now. You have Miami Dolphins, which they're kind of hit or miss. You don't know how it's going to be deep into the playoffs. The Baltimore Ravens, whenever they make the playoffs with Lamar Jackson, I know we love Lamar Jackson. He hasn't shown that he can get it done in the playoffs yet. The AFC's wide open. Joe Flacco can legitimately lead that team to the AFC Championship game. Yeah. Nobody had that in their bingo cards. That's something that nobody would expect happen. It could happen. I'm not saying it will. It's probably a less than 1% chance that anything like that would happen to the Minnesota Vikings. But there's, as a fan and as a person that loves this team, if I just have the slightest bit of chance where I'm like, you know what, if this one thing just happens, or if these 25 things just happen, we could find ourselves in the NFC Championship game. I'm going to try and speak that shit into existence. Now, I'm usually the realist one, and I'm going to keep it real. And look, we suck. We're good. I don't think we're going to go anywhere. But in the back of my head, Jaron Hall could go on a mini Brock Purdy run, and we're sitting here like, oh, shit, Jaron Hall put on a little bit of run with this Vikings team with Justin Jefferson, this top 5 offensive line, yada, 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 this defense that's playing good, and we can find ourselves in an NFC Championship game. Now, this is me wishful thinking, but get a ticket to the dance. You never know what could happen. The Eagles had a cakewalk to the Super Bowl last year.
Now for SK, I'm the total opposite.
Yeah.
I go by evidence. And from last year, the evidence showed in the close games, we were winning them.
Yeah.
Yep.
This year in the close games, we
We're
have been
losing.
biting ourselves in the
Yeah.
foot and not
Yeah.
winning.
Yeah.
Of course, I want my Vikings to win,
Right.
but with these last 2 games, I'm more rooting on Harrison Smith and it being his last Vikings home game
Right.
as a Viking. I'm rooting
Right.
on Jaron Hall to see, hey, is he going to be a potential backup? Could he be the potential future? Stuff
Yeah.
like that. So I'm still going to root for my Vikings. Do I
Right.
expect him? Do I want him to win? Yeah. Do I expect him to win? Hell no.
Yeah.
I don't even think they're going to be. I think somehow we're going to fumble some ways, turn over the ball because
We're gonna
what
do
they've
some
been
Viking
doing.
shit. Yeah, we're gonna do some Viking shit. We're gonna do some Viking shit for sure. I agree with you,
mean,
Eska.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree with both of y'all. Like again, like I said, I wanna go to the playoffs just because I want to go to the play. Like I just want to go. Like you done dragged us this fucking far. You feel me? Like we done been up and down. You done dragged us to the front door. Man, bring me in that motherfucker now. You know what I mean? Like I hate it's like this. Either be 4-13 or be 13-4. You feel me? Like once you done drag me to the door, shit, pull me in this motherfucker now. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
damn,
exactly.
you dragging me to the door, then you gonna lock it? Man, come on, man. We gotta stop doing that. So, like, I'm with SK on I do want to make it. Now, I gotta say though, when it comes to the evidence, do I think we're gonna win? Absolutely not. Like me, I think in the playoffs, the best team usually always wins. And you do have your certain outliers, but the best football teams are going to win. That's just what it is in the NFL. Like you'll have your outliers and stuff here and there, like the Packers. Like I said, that year they won in 2012 maybe? And they were a wild card team. The Giants. There's maybe a couple other teams in there that I'm forgetting about, but most of the time, and Two Evil has a great point though. We don't have our starting quarterback, and I think that is like just going into the playoffs knowing that we really don't have that position solidified when we're going to be playing a team that most likely is. It's like, God damn, man, that's a tough task in itself. You know what I mean? Because playoff football is different, man. You know what I mean? Like you see Jaron Hall out there in a playoff game, but like you said too, SK, he could go on a Brock Purdy run. He could, but does that happen often? No. Brock Purdy, we've seen that happen last year, but we haven't seen that ever, pretty much ever. You know what I mean? Like, for real, this motherfucker set the bar high, boy. Like, God dang.
We also don't have the roster that San
we don't have the
Francisco
roster.
has,
Exactly.
So, no, I completely get where you're coming from, where Two Evil the Hope's coming from. Like, Two Evil the Hope is just completely sold on let's get this draft pick. But if I were to ask you right now, say we beat the Packers, week 18, win and in. Are we rooting for a win to get in the playoffs?
Absolutely.
Or are we rooting for us to get a better draft pick?
I'm rooting to win.
That's if we beat the Packers?
Yeah.
If we beat the Packers.
Well, yeah.
Like if we beat the Packers and week 18 is winning in, I'm all in. Like,
yeah. In that case,
I'm all in.
But
and that's the thing. That's what tomorrow. Listen, this is the truth right here. All of this is going to be put to rest tomorrow because if we lose, then there's nothing else to talk about.
Oh yeah, it's let's get that draft pick.
Yeah, if we lose, it's a wrap. Like it's okay. Now who we drafting in April?
Yep.
If we win, then like SK said, win, it's most likely going to be a win and in. What we need to do, and we'll know that by 4:00 tomorrow, because what we need to do is we need to root for the Pittsburgh Steelers, which that's a good matchup and I think they're playing in the Berg too. So that's a tough matchup for the Seahawks. Game. You know what I'm saying? Like to say Pittsburgh can bury him. So I think Kenny Pickett's coming back. He might not be the best guy, but the offense runs a little better under him. You know what I mean? He just has a little bit of moxie to him. But, hey, look, there's a possibility, man, tomorrow we go into that game like, hey, what needed to happen happened. Who's the Rams playing again? I think they got they don't have a slouch game.
They got the Giants.
Oh, Giants are feisty though, man. Like the Rams, they've been playing some good ball, but there's the Giants, they're pretty feisty, man. I do see the Rams winning that
right now.
Yeah, I do see the Rams winning that game. And you know what, SK, now that I got you here, because remember, I was big on teams win Super Bowls and free agency, not the draft, right? Like that is my thing. Like I've always said, if you want to win a Super Bowl, you win that in free agency. You go out and you get all the players. And that's what the Rams did. And people would say, well, when you do that, you're going to be down for 10 years. Your team's going to be trash. Well, look at the Rams now. they're in it. You know what I mean? Like they just won a Super Bowl in 2019. That's not that long ago. And they're still in it. And they spent all that money. Jalen Ramsey, they was throwing money at every motherfucking body. Had all the superstars there. Now they had a couple good draft picks like Cooper Kupp and things that panned out from them drafting good. And now Puka, nobody expected this kid to be there. We needed him with Jaren Hall, man. You know what I mean? That's Jaren Hall's player, man. Come on, man. Puka Nakua. Like,
oh yeah, that's right. They're both BYU guys, right?
Yeah. They played together. Yep. They played together. Yeah. But you know, that was my thing. Like, you know, like you can win a Super Bowl in free agency, man. The Bucks did it. The Rams did it. Like that was the trend these past couple years. So that's why, and when it comes to free agency and there's good players available, that's why I'm always saying Vikings, make the call. If you can do it, if you can make it happen, because these are the guys that are going to get your team over the hump. You getting a first round draft pick, yeah, he might start looking like a good player, but he's not gonna. That isn't gonna pan out for another 2-3 years. Like you're not gonna get the JJs all the time that just come right in and start balling. The Addisons that just come right in and start balling. But you know, that's my take on that, man. I mean, F the Rams though, man. But goddamn, I can't believe Matthew Stafford and them actually pulling it together because they were looking garbage at the beginning of the season.
Yeah,
and they just pulled it together.
Yeah, credit to Matthew Stafford, man. He's really showing his worth. And I've always liked Stafford. I've always liked Stafford.
Oh, he said it's in Seattle. So they're playing in Seattle.
Yeah, it's in Seattle.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to do a quick little. I'm not gonna necessarily call it a shout out. I just gotta kind of give recognition. But I know a lot of you guys may know this person, Sir Death, also known as Carl. He had. I'm not gonna use specifics or anything. He had a family loss this past night or 2 nights. So shout out to Carl, aka Sir Death. If you don't know the name, then he's a guy that you always see on the Vikings pictures and the stands with the big horns and not Sid Davey, the buffer guy with all the Vikings tattoos all tatted up. So shout out Carl, man. Sir Death. Always been a great supporter of the show, whether it be Purple and Skol'd Media, rap over at Purple Pocket Podcast, or any of our other people. Also, JJ Vikings. He also supported Nephew a lot too with his knighting into the VWO. He's the one that actually passed that through for JJ. So, man, shout out Carl. Our hopes, our prayers, our thoughts are with you, man. Sorry for your loss. But Purple and Skol'd, we got your back, man.
Absolutely.
Skol'd Nation, Skol'd Gang, we got you, man. So,
absolutely, man. For sure, man. And
I gave for our guy Sir Death.
Facts, man. Prayers are definitely with him and his family. We actually talked about it last night on my show too, man. You know, just giving him his praise and stuff, and just letting him know we here for him, man. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't imagine, but for sure. Your shows get confusing. What are you talking about, George? Why they confuse it? Because we switched the topic.
But let's get to these predictions, man. Big. This season's on the line. It's do or die tomorrow night on Sunday Night Football. The biggest rivals in the NFL against the Green Bay Packers, man, in US Bank Stadium. The crowd is going to be electric. I think we're going primetime purple tomorrow too. I think we're doing the primetime purple jerseys. If not, I think we're going all purple. You don't like?
You mean you talking about the color rush ones? Those color rushes?
Yeah. I think they call them primetime purple. I don't know, whatever. But the crowd is going to be rocking, man. Again, the season's on the line. What do we expect? Do we win? Do we lose? Bold prediction. Yogi, I'll let you kick it off.
We lose.
Oh man.
Damn it, Yogi. I'm going to keep it 100% real. 100% real.
So why do you have us losing? Like, how are we going to lose?
Turnovers and
the usual.
I missed field goal at the end of the game, and it's
so like two evil score 24-27 Vikings lose.
Yeah, I got it 24-21 Packers.
Okay.
See that? What about you, Rap? What you got?
I actually have us winning this game, man. You know what I mean? Look, first of all, not only do the Packers, I mean, even with their two players that me and SK touched on, their cornerbacks with Stokely and Jair, even with them, their ass was garbage. You know what I mean? Like, their pass defense is trash, all right? They really don't get no pressure at the quarterback like that either. Like, they're very, They're not a really good team when it comes to the defensive side of the ball, like they used to be, like how we used to worry about them.
Yeah.
I think this is set up perfect for Jaren Hall to just play a real smooth game. Like I said, play action. This is going to be based on Ty Chandler and Alexander Madison, if he's playing, to actually do their part as well and control the ground. I have us winning this game 20-17. I think Jaren Hall is going to surprise some people. Not really surprised because we've seen the drive that he put together against Atlanta. So people are probably going into the game. Most fans are probably going into the game with high expectations for the most part. You know what I mean? So, because we've seen a little sample size and we're like, damn, this kid can possibly be good for real. You know, so, and I expect them to do that, man. But I got a big game coming as far as the star player of the game for me is going to be Ty Chandler, bro. Like, I need Ty Chandler. Like, I'm putting it on his back. Matter of fact, him and Madison, I'm giving it to both of them. I don't know if Madison's playing or not, but the running back room in general, like, I need a 100-yard rusher. I don't give a damn who does it, whether it's Big Deuce or it's Ty. The guy, somebody got to do it. You know what I mean? And we'll win this game for sure.
Somebody's got to do the dirty work, right?
Somebody got to do it, man. Ground and pound a motherfucker, man. You know what I mean? Like, that's how you going to win this game.
Shit, I'll be honest with you. I'm back and forth on both sides of the spectrum here. I could easily sit here and talk myself into this game ending up being 16-13 Minnesota Vikings win, or I could say it's a 44-38 game the Vikings win. So I'm gonna find something in the middle. I think it's a shootout. I think it's back and forth. The Packers defense is so bad. Now, I guess strong side of their defense is their pass rush. So I think that's the biggest fear we have on the defensive side of the ball for the Packers is they can get after the quarterback when they need to. And they did a pretty good job against us the first game. That's the game Kirk got hurt, if I'm not
mistaken. What the Panthers did to them, though, last week.
Yeah. Again, their defense is terrible, but their pass rush can be good at times. So I think that's one thing that we would have to worry about with their defense. Overall, though, I think it's a shootout. I think it's back and forth. I think regardless of how I feel about Jordan Love, whether I hate him or love him, he does put up points. He does put up yards, and I think he does the same in this game, being in a controlled environment, not as far as the crowd goes, but as far as the weather goes. I think he plays better indoors. So I'm going to go 33-31 Vikings win, and it might be a Greg Joseph game-winning field goal at the end of the game. You know, that's my bold prediction. Greg Joseph game-winning field goal at the end of the game. We haven't had one all year, have we? I don't think we've had a walk-off field goal this year. I think we get it. New Year's Eve. We end 2023 right by beating the Packers, and that's all that matters. Sweep the Packers.
With a bang.
Sweep the goddamn Packers.
Get the brooms out, man. Find us a broom. Find us a broom sound effect, Yogi, man. Pull up that damn thing. Find us a broom. Find us a broom sound effect, man. Let's pull the broom out, man. Sweep some shit up real quick, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, for sure, man. Out. Just type broom in on that thing. Type in sweep.
We'll have to make a snippet for that, because if we do sweep them, we got to get the brooms out. I'm bringing a broom to my next live show if we sweep the Packers. I'm doing the whole show with a broom next to me. Just chilling. Because I'm going to hang my hat on that for this season. If we don't make the playoffs and we just beat the Packers and say we lose next week, I'm hanging my hat on we swept the Packers and Joshua Dobbs had the greatest 2-game stretch of all time.
Yeah. Shout out, man. Make sure y'all go tap into the appeal store. Go apparel. I mean, go make sure y'all cop some merch, man. Go tap into the Purple Pocket shop, man. Cop some merch, you know what I mean, for the new year, man. Go into the new year with a benang, you heard? Like, because we got some fire shit going on in there, man, and we only growing, you hear me? So make sure y'all click that link and go shop for the boy, man. That's how you support the channels too. Facts.
Yeah.
But man, let's get it, man.
Yeah, let's get it. So yeah, we already got our picks, right?
We got our picks, man. Me and you got them winning. Yogi got them losing. You know what I'm saying? I'm going all in. I'm gonna be lit tomorrow. Like I'm going all in. Like I'm purple everything tomorrow. Like we got to win this game. Like I'm gonna be. Listen, this is how my morning's gonna start tomorrow. Because me and my wife, I gotta wake up and clean the house. We're gonna do us a little winter. You know, go into the new year cleaning. You know, one of those deep clean type shits. So I'm already gonna be you know, in my vibe. So when a game come on, man, I expect my day to be perfect. I'm gonna be laying down, house gonna smell good, wife gonna have the melts in, it's gonna be smelling good food, mother-in-law coming over, cooking us a meal. Like, it's gonna be a good day, man. Vikings, don't fuck it up. All right.
Don't fuck it up.
Don't fuck it up.
Don't.
Hey, and
Please.
so everybody knows tomorrow's 6:15 Central
Pregame.
Time. You'll see our three ugly mugs doing a pregame show.
Finex.
You already know.
Finex, man.
And then next week, me and Rap got the last live telecast for the Detroit Vikings game on PSF. I know half of you guys are on there. Really cool app. If you haven't already, download that PSF app. We're going to be on there next week, and that could be win and get in. It could be an exciting game to get into.
Facts.
So make sure you hit that, but also hit the subscribe button to not just Purple and Skol'd Media. Hit it to Purple Pocket Podcast. And obviously, Purple Rain 247, y'all. Anything we want to leave the people with before we get out of here?
Man, I just want to leave them with, man, I love y'all, man, for sure, man. I love this community. Love everything about what we doing. Like, this is just the beginning. I always say that. It's going to be 10 years from now, and I'm going to be saying, hey, this is just the beginning. We just getting started. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, appreciate y'all. This couldn't be possible without everybody in the chat. So let me give y'all a Ric Flair there, man, for sure, man.
Hey.
Let's go.
All right, man.
that,
Appreciate
we
y'all,
out.
man.
Skol'd.
Hug your loved ones, man. Hug your loved ones.
Facts.
All right.
Skol'd to the bowl. Whole lot of Skol'd gang on this one. Yeah. Hey. Skol'd gang, Skol'd gang, Skol'd gang, Skol'd gang, Skol'd gang, Skol'd gang, Skol'd gang. Skol'd all the way to the bowl, man. My team about to go get a ring. We don't care what the team doing, man. They ain't messing with the perp gang. It's our year.